The Masked Reader presents Jack and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, in the land of fairy tales, Mommy Bear, Daddy Bear, and Baby Bear went out for a walk while they waited for their porridge to cool down. They hadn't gone far when, "Good grief!" exclaimed Daddy Bear. "I'm sure that wasn't there the last time I looked." "It's a gigantic beanstalk," said Mommy Bear. "It must be magic!" cried Baby Bear excitedly. Before Mommy Bear and Daddy Bear could stop him, the small bear was clambering up the beanstalk surprisingly quickly.
"Come back!" they shouted, but they could only see Baby Bear's stout, furry legs far above them. With a sigh, Mommy Bear and Daddy Bear began to climb after him. Meanwhile, Jack was making his third visit to the castle at the top of the beanstalk. Once again, he congratulated himself for swapping Daisy the cow for a handful of magic beans. On his first visit, Jack had discovered the castle and its fabulous treasures. He'd climbed back down to surprise his mother with only a bag full of golden coins. The second time, he'd taken a magic harp that played and sang by itself. This time, Jack was planning to make off with a white hen. But not just any old white hen. This hen was one that laid golden eggs. Jack and his mother would never go hungry again.
There was just one problem, and it was quite a big problem. It turned out that the giant did not like boys stealing golden coins and magic harps from his castle. Both times, Jack had only just managed to get away. It sounded very much as though the giant was after him right now. Jack clutched the white hen tightly as he dashed through the castle. The footsteps were getting closer.
As Jack skadooshed into the castle kitchen, he bumped into something hairy. "Who are you?" said Baby Bear in a loud voice. "And what's that thumping noise? Is there an elephant on the loose?" "Thump, thump." "Shh," said Jack. "I'm Jack, and that sound is a ferocious giant. Quick, in here." Jack pulled Baby Bear into the kitchen pantry and shut the door. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," bellowed a deep voice. "I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. I'll find him this time if it's the last thing I do," the giant added. "Boys are delicious." Meanwhile, Mommy Bear and Daddy Bear had made it up the beanstalk. "The castle kitchen," said Mommy Bear. "What's that thumping noise?" said Daddy. "Sounds like an elephant."
"Caw! Quick, in here!" said Baby Bear from the pantry as the giant's footsteps sounded closer still. "Who are you?" Daddy Bear asked Jack. "And why are you clutching a hen?" asked Mommy Bear. "Shh!" said Jack and Baby Bear together. "Today is full of surprises," whispered Mommy Bear inside the pantry. "We only went for a walk while our breakfast cooled down." "Hang on," said Jack. "Were you having porridge for breakfast?" The three bears nodded. Three bears go for a walk while their porridge cools. A boy called Jack climbs a beanstalk. "You're in the wrong fairy tale!"
What was that noise? Boomed the giant, bursting into the kitchen and sniffing the air suspiciously. Fee, fi, fo, fum, he began. Sausages. Maybe that's what I could smell all along. Munch! In the pantry, Jack and the three bears were holding their breath. Crunch. After what seemed like a very long time, listening to the giant eating sausages, Jack and the three bears heard a big yawn.
After what seemed like a very long time, listening to the giant eating sausages, Jack and the three bears heard a big yawn. Then a sort of snuffling sound, then an enormous snore. The snores got louder and louder. "I can hardly hear myself think," said Mommy Bear. "Let's make a run for it," said Jack. Daddy Bear was just closing the kitchen door very quietly behind them when "Purr-caw!" clucked the hen. Cluck, 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 purr-caw! Jack and the three bears froze.
Ksh, the snoring stopped. "What's that?" bellowed the giant. "Is that you, Goldie? Ksh, ksh, who's there?" "Come out!" cried Jack, grabbing Baby Bear's paw. The four of them sprinted along the path and began to clamber quickly down the beanstalk. "Fee, fi, fo, fum!" thundered the giant as he opened the kitchen door. "Fee, fi, fo, fum! Quick! Oof! Jack," said Jack's mom, who was busy chopping wood for the fire at the bottom of the beanstalk. "And the three bears? Give me that axe," said Jack rather rudely as he leapt to the ground. "Brilliant idea," said Mommy Bear. "I've got something in my shed that might help."
Jack chopped frantically at the beanstalk with the axe. "Come on, Jack," said Daddy Bear. "Fee, fi, fo, fum." "He's getting closer," said Baby Bear with a squeak in his voice. "Fee, fi, fo." But the giant's voice was drowned out by a loud roar. "Here," said Mommy Bear, handing Jack a chainsaw. It was a lot quicker with the chainsaw. With a mighty whomp, the beanstalk fell. Somewhere far away, a deep voice shouted, "Arg!"
That was the last anyone ever saw of the giant. The white hen proved to be a very, very good layer of golden eggs. Jack and his mother never did go hungry again. Jack and the three bears used some of the gold to start a very successful business, and they all lived happily ever after, even though it was completely the wrong fairy tale. The end.